So we will start today with the illustrative examples on rational numbers, division and multiplication. So we have discussed already the distributive property or the distributive law of rational numbers over addition, where whenever we are multiplying, how the multiplication is conducted when the simultaneous addition is also taking place of the rational numbers. So let's begin with these examples today. So the first question says that is 3 upon 7 divided by minus 4 upon 5 equals to minus 4 upon 5 divided by 3 upon 7. So whether the given two rational numbers order when kept similar or different, does it make any difference to the quotient or not? That is, we are going to find out. So let's take first 3 upon 7 divided by minus 4 upon 5. So 3 upon 7, multiply sign will come and this will be the multiplicative inverse. So it will become 5 upon minus 4. Now here none of the numbers are getting cancelled with each other. So we will straight away multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. So 3 into 5 is 15 and 7 into minus 4 is minus 28, which will be changed to standard form, that is minus 15 upon 28. Now let's take the other condition. Minus 4 upon 5 divided by 3 upon 7. So here minus 4 upon 5 will remain same. The division sign will get changed to multiplication and we will be writing the multiplicative inverse of 3 upon 7, which will be changed to 7 upon 3. Okay. Now when you solve this, it will be minus 28 upon 15. So it is already in the standard form, but you can see the difference here that these two are not equal. They are not equal. Now why they are not equal? Because the quotient in both the cases is different. Here minus 15 upon 28 and here minus 28 upon 15. So this shows that the division of rational numbers is not commutative in nature. Okay, whenever you will change the order while doing the division of the rational numbers, certainly the quotient will not remain same and you will get different quotients according to the grouping or according to the arrangement of the order of rational numbers. Let's come to the next question, which is there in the examples. The next question is talking of writing the multiplicative inverse of the following numbers. So let's begin with A, that is 7 upon 9. Its multiplicative inverse obviously is 9 upon 7. Then we have B, that is minus 5 upon 6. So its multiplicative inverse is 6 upon minus 5. But you need to change it again to the standard form. Then it will become minus 6 upon 5. Then we have the next one, that is minus 40. When you are going to write the multiplicative inverse of minus 40, what is there in the denominator? Nothing. But it is not like that. In the denominator, the number is 1. So it will become 1 upon minus 40. When it will be changed to standard form, it will become minus 1 upon 40. So this is how we write the multiplicative inverse of the following number. Let's take the other number, that is 60. So again in the denominator nothing is there, but it is a hidden 1. So the multiplicative inverse becomes 1 upon 60. Then let's take the other question. It is minus 5 upon 12. It becomes 12 upon minus 5. but the standard form will be minus 5 upon 12. Now, next is 9 upon minus 7. Its inverse will be minus 7 upon 9. Now here you do not have to change it into the standard form. Always make the conversions first and then you change the place of the negative sign if it is required to convert the given rational number into its standard form. Okay, now let's take some different kind of examples in which you are supposed to write the multiplicative inverse. So here minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by minus 5 upon 6. So in this case, how are you going to write the multiplicative inverse? Firstly, you are going to solve this multiplication. Then only you can write it in the multiplicative inverse form. So we will be cancelling 3 and 6 two times. So this is minus 1 into minus 5 upon 4 into 2. So it is plus 5 upon 8. Okay. Now this is the solution which you get after solving this. Now what is the multiplicative inverse of 5 upon 8? It is 8 upon 5. Clear? So this is the multiplicative inverse. When first you have been given a question of multiplication, you are supposed to solve that multiplication, and whatever the product you get, you are supposed to change that product to the standard form if it is required. Otherwise, you can directly write the multiplicative inverse of the given product. Let's take one more example to understand the same. 3 upon 5 multiplied by 6 upon 15. Okay, so this is the example. Again, we are going to solve it, but we'll see whether it is getting cancelled or not. So 3 cuts 15 5 times. So what is left? 1 multiplied by 6 in the numerator, 5 multiplied by 5 in the denominator. So 6 upon 25 is your product, and when this 6 upon 25 is changed to its multiplicative inverse, it becomes 25 upon 6. Let's check. If 6 upon 25 is multiplied by, or you say multiplied by 6, then this 25 gets cancelled with this 25, 6 gets cancelled with this 6. So ultimately what are you left with? You are left with only 1. So this is how you can check whether the calculated multiplicative inverse is correct or not. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Now, in the next question, what are you supposed to do? There is one condition given to you that A multiplied by B plus C. Clear? Now here, the values of A, B and C is given in rational numbers. Now, this condition has to be verified by using or by substituting the alphabets A, B and C by the given rational numbers. So first of all, let's elaborate A multiplied by B plus C. A multiplied by B plus C represents the distributive law of multiplication of rational numbers over addition. Okay, so now I told you that how do we expand this condition. This condition is expanded that A is going to multiply B and C separately. Okay, so now you need to check whether if the given rational numbers or the rational numbers which are representing these alphabets, okay, when they are substituted in these conditions, then whether in both the cases you get the same answer or same sum or not. Okay, so first we will put the question, we'll take question number 1 where the value of A is 4 upon 3, B is minus 10 upon 9, C is minus 1 upon 3. Okay, this is the first question in which the values are given. Now we will put or substitute these values in the first and second condition, and we will verify whether both the conditions are giving the same output or not. So A multiplied by B plus C. So what is the value of A? 4 upon 3 multiplied by what is the value of B? Minus 10 upon 9 plus minus 1 upon 3. So obviously you are going to first take out the LCM and solve this addition inside the bracket. 4 upon 3 multiplied by, you will take the LCM 9 minus 10 as it is, plus this goes 3 times, minus 1 multiplied by 3. This is the condition. So 4 upon 3 multiplied by minus 10 plus minus 13, that is minus 10 plus minus 3, that is minus 13 upon 9. Okay. Now look here, minus 10 is here. When minus 1 will be multiplied by 3, it is going to give you minus 10 minus 3. When these both will be added, you will get minus 13. What are you going to get? You are going to get minus 13. Now let's solve. Here we cannot cut any of these numbers, so we will simply multiply. So minus 13 into 4 gives you minus 52. 9 into 3 gives you 27. So we will note down the result of first condition here, minus 52 upon 27. And we will check whether the condition remains the same or the output remains the same when we substitute the same value of the alphabets in the other condition. So let's put A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. The value of A is 4 upon 3 multiplied by minus 10 upon 9 plus value of A again 4 upon 3 multiplied by minus 1 upon 3. So here 4 into minus 10 gives you minus 40 upon 3 into 9, 27 plus 4 into minus 1, minus 4, 3 into 3, 9. So you get this. Now we will find out the LCM. 27 is the LCM. Minus 40 will remain same. Okay. Now this 9. Okay. What is this 9? When this 9 divides 27, you get 3. So minus 4 into 3 becomes minus 12. Okay. Now when you add minus 40 and minus 12, what do you get? You again get minus 52 upon 27. So this shows that when you apply the distributive law with rational numbers, the result is going to be the same. But to make your calculation easy and effort free, you can use the first condition, which will help you to first find out the LCM and directly do the multiplication. Okay, now let's take the other condition where the values of the given alphabets is different. Now the value of A becomes 0, B becomes minus 2 upon 3 and C becomes minus 4 upon 5. Now what are we supposed to do? We will follow the same rule and we will put the values or substitute the values of alphabets in the first and second condition one by one. So putting the value of A 0 multiplied by minus 2 upon 3 plus minus 4 upon 5. Okay, this is the given condition. Now 0 will be kept outside. We'll take the LCM. 15 will be the LCM. 5 into 2 minus 10 plus, when 15 is divided by 5 you get 3, it will be minus 12. So 0 multiplied by minus 10 and minus 12 will be added. It will become 22, but with a negative sign, minus 22. Okay, now minus 22 upon 15, when multiplied by 0, it is certainly going to give you a 0, because when any rational number is multiplied with 0 or 0 is multiplied with any rational number, we have studied in the multiplicative identity of 0, which says that the product of 0 and a rational number is always 0. So obviously the condition which we have applied on the rational number's value, there the result is coming as 0. Now let's apply the same in the next condition. Now A into B, 0 multiplied by minus 2 upon 3 plus 0 multiplied by minus 4 upon 5. So it is very easy. The first condition will become 0. Therefore, the other condition will also become 0. And when you add 0 plus 0, ultimately you get 0. So, in this situation, when you substitute the values of rational numbers to the given expressions, then the result when compared is same. Okay? So, when the result is same, that means the distributive laws expanded form and the reduced form will give you always the same answer. This is what we have learnt in the verification of the given question. Now let's take simplification kind of questions on multiplication and addition of the rational numbers. That can be easily done by using the distributive property or distributive law. See, 5 upon 6 multiplied by 12 upon 15 plus 6 upon 25. So, 5 upon 6 will multiply separately to 12 upon 15 plus 5 upon 6 will again multiply separately to 6 upon 25. Now see, this condition becomes very easy and your simplification also becomes very easy. Let's see. 5 goes or 5 cuts 15 3 times. 6 cuts 12 2 times. Okay, in the first case. Second case, 5 cuts 25 5 times and 6 cuts 6 1 time. So what am I left with? 2 upon 3 plus 1 upon 5. And when these two numbers are added after taking the LCM, let's see what we will get. The LCM comes to be 15. Here 5 2s are 10 because when 15 is divided by 3, it goes 5 times, and when we multiply 5 by 2, we get 10. Now in the next condition, when I am dividing 15 by 5, it will go 3 times, and when I multiply 3 with 1, I will get 3. So the sum of these two numbers comes to be 13 upon 15. Clear? So this is how the bigger calculations can be made easier using the distributive property of multiplication of rational numbers over addition. Now let's take one more example of the same. The next example is 3 upon 10 multiplied by 5 upon 12 minus 20 upon 21. Okay, now whether inside the bracket there is a negative sign or the positive sign. It will not make any difference. The condition will remain the same, that this outside number, the outside rational number 3 upon 10 is going to multiply 5 upon 12 and 20 upon 21 separately. So let's see how it will be done. 3 upon 10 multiplied by 5 upon 12 minus 3 upon 10 multiplied by 20 upon 21. Okay. Now see, here it is A multiplied by B. Here it is A multiplied by C. Now let's solve. When we see this 3, it cuts 12 4 times. When we see this 5, this cuts 10 2 times. So in the numerator I am left with 1, and in the denominator 2 multiplied by 4 will give you 8. Clear? After this, negative sign will come. From here, if I cut this 21 and 3 will be cutting 21 7 times and 10 will be cutting 20 2 times. So what am I left with? 2 upon 7. Now I will solve this by taking the LCM. The LCM of 8 and 7 will be 56. It is going to be 7 times and it will be going 8 to the 16 times. So when are you going to subtract 16 minus 7, you will be getting 9 upon 56 as your difference of the two rational numbers. Clear? Now let's come to the next topic. So before we shift or we move on further with the next topics of the chapter, let us take one more example on the given verification of the rational numbers. So here you have to verify the given property where the grouping of the rational numbers has been done in different orders. Okay, now you have to find out whether if we arrange the rational numbers in different orders, then what is going to happen to the result. So this is we are going to check in this property. Okay, now the property is A multiplied by B multiplied by C, but A and B are inside the bracket. This equals to A multiplied by B into C, but this time B into C are in bracket. Now we will be substituting these alphabets with the rational numbers. So first case, the value of A is 0, value of B is equal to minus 7 upon 8, value of C is equal to 4 upon 3. Now let's substitute the values in the given condition. So 0 multiplied by minus 7 upon 8, this will be multiplying 4 upon 3. Okay, let's solve this first. 0 multiplied by any rational number, we all know very well, is always 0. So when 0 is multiplied by 4 upon 3, then ultimately we get 0. Let's come to the next condition. Here the value of A is 0, which is outside the bracket. Now let's solve. Multiplied by B into C. Okay, now this I will be substituting the values. What will be the value of B? Minus 7 upon 8 multiplied by 4 upon 3. I have a little less space here, so I hope it is visible to you. What I have done, I want the equals to sign below the equals to sign. So 0 multiplied by minus 7 upon 8 into 4 upon 3. This is inside the bracket, right? Now, I cannot cancel minus 7 and 3, but 4 and 8 can be cancelled with each other. This goes one time and this goes 2 times. So, I am left with 0 multiplied by minus 7 upon 2 into 3, that is 6. So certainly when 0 is multiplying any rational number, that means this rational number will also be changed to 0, because again we are talking of the multiplicative property of rational numbers with 0. So here in this case LHS is equal to RHS. That means the given property is verified here, that in both the cases we are going to get the same answer. So now we will be shifting to the values. A will be given the value minus 1 upon 4 and B will be given the value 3 upon 8 and the value of C will be 1 upon 8. Now let's solve this here. We can solve here in below this only. A multiplied by B multiplied by C, A and B grouped together equals to A multiplied by B into C, but B and C grouped together. So let's put the value minus 1 upon 4 multiplied by 3 upon 8 multiplied by 1 upon 8. Okay, now let's solve. Minus 1 into 3 minus 3, 4 into 8 32 multiplied by 1 upon 8. Clear? Now here I have minus 1 upon 4 multiplied by 3 upon 8 in the bracket multiplied by 1 upon 8 in the bracket. So minus 1 upon 4 remains as it is. Okay, and 3 into 1 is 3 and 8 is 64. Now we have to check that in both the conditions we are getting the same answer or not. Let's check the first one. So when I multiply minus 3 and 1, I get minus 3. When I multiply 32 and 8, what am I getting? I am getting 8 2s are 16, 1 carry, 8 3s are 24, 24 plus 1, 25. That is minus 3 upon 256 will be my answer. Now let's solve here. Again in this also I am getting minus 3 in the numerator. 4 4s are 16. Okay, 4 6 are 24 plus 1 is 256. So here and here both sides I am getting the same answer. So again the LHS is equal to RHS and we have verified the given property. Now let us come to the next topic.